Before Aburi, Awolowo had been sent to prison.
Yep.
Before Aburi, Operation Wetier had occurred. Let's look at Awolowo and the Western region crisis. You linked those subjects to the first coup in this book.
Yeah, they were part of why the soldiers said we must take over and reorganize Nigeria. It was part of it. Those issues were part of it. At the time, Awolowo was even in prison. They said, we bring out Awolowo and make him the Prime Minister of Nigeria. Awolowo was to be the Prime Minister.
You sure that is true?
Yes, it's true.
You mentioned Bengude wrote that in his book.
Yes, it's true. It's not just only Bengude.
Ademoyega also mentioned.
Ademoyega mentioned it. So it's not. These are the principal actors in the coup. They will not be telling us lies. They have nothing to gain by telling us lies.
But some said it was an Igbo coup.
No, it was not an Igbo coup. But let us be honest to ourselves. The majority of the coup plotters were Igbos. That is very obvious. The majority were Igbos, but that didn't make it an Igbo coup. Coup is something of confidence. Can I trust you? Absolute confidence. It's not just confidence, 50% or 80%. It must be 100% absolute confidence for me to plot a coup with you.
Because it's a matter of life and death.
Life and death. It is even a question of if you only hear about it, you are guilty and you don't report. So it's something of absolute confidence. So maybe a lot of them being Igbos would mean that they had more confidence among themselves.
And you said about 60% of the middle rank officers.
Oh yes, we are all
Igbos.
Igbos. Yes,
and that was the group that plotted the coup.
Yes. In that group, when you had lieutenant colonels, majors, captains, the bulk of them at the time were Igbos.
You said the intention was good, but the execution was poor.
Yes.
You made that point
I also made that point clear. Yes, because we are all human. That I'm an Igbo doesn't make me think the other way around. See, as me and you have agreed, most of the plotters were Igbos, and most of the casualties were non-Igbos. So, no matter how well-intentioned they might have been, any other person will just think that the Igbos wanted to eliminate the other people. That might not be the intention, but that would be the reading. Let's be honest. If it had been the other way around, the intention will still be there.
Only one Igbo officer was killed. Ato
Onegbe. And we don't know. We tried to find out why Ato Onegbe was killed, and a lot of people say that Ato Onegbe was also. I think he was a compromised officer. He was politicized. He was taking part in some of the meetings with the politicians. I don't know how true it is.
Let's read from your book.
Okay.
On page 50, you said Major Chukwuman Zogu seemed to sum up the justification for the coup.
Okay.
When in a chat with Bengude before the coup, he asserted.
Yep.
So this is what Nzogu said.
Yep.
The killings in the West must be stopped. These narrow-minded, bloodthirsty politicians have been spilling innocent blood unchallenged for too long. These narrow-minded, bloodthirsty politicians. Narrow-minded. You agree with him?
Yep.
Has anything changed?
Not much. The same thing.
The same thing?
Yeah.
He went further.
Yep.
And we must stamp out tribalism.
Fine.
It is the one sacred duty we have to perform to save this country from destruction.
Thank you.
Nzogu is still speaking to Bembuli.
Yep.
To frustrate those politicians who are busy making Nigeria a mere geographical appellation. To restore people's confidence. To put an end to the corruption and chaos. You know, Ben, it is very odd why the army is busy teaching you and me esprit de corps and things like that. These bloody demagogues of politicians are constantly reminding us that we are not brothers at all, but people from completely different tribes.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. That will tell you how the soldiers thought. Their thoughts were different.
Was this revolutionary thoughts?
Yes, please. Very revolutionary. Very, very revolutionary. And they didn't show any level of tribalism in it. And let us, the two principal beneficiaries, if the coup had succeeded, were going to be Awolowo, being the president, and Lieutenant Colonel David Ejo to be the army commander. None of them is an Igbo man. None of these two is Igbo. So why would they choose Awo to be the president and choose David Ejo to be GOC of the army at the time?
But I'm wondering why they zeroed in on Awolowo.
Well, let me be honest with you. I also agreed with that, their choice. At the time, Awo was very, very intelligent. Awo had a clear idea of where Nigeria should be going. Well, I once mentioned it to some of my colleagues. If I'm a Yoruba man, I would die for Awo. The only problem Awo had at the national level was I didn't see him looking much as a nationalist. But in terms of being articulate, in terms of being intelligent, in terms of having a roadmap, he had all that.
He had very high mental magnitude.
Oh yes. I will rate him against any politician of his time.
So Juku was right that Awo was the president Nigeria never had?
Yes, please. That's the truth. There's none of his contemporaries you rate with him in terms of intellectual ability, in terms of commitment, even in terms of discipline. Awo was very disciplined. He was a very disciplined man in all aspects of life. You could never hear our personal aggrandizement, but he was a successful businessman also. But that didn't make him a corrupt politician. He wasn't corrupt. He wasn't personally corrupt. You had the Coca Commission of Inquiry at the time, and which found him corrupt. It's not personal corruption. It was his party that was corrupt, which was common with any of the political parties. How were they funded? They were funded from state resources. Up to now, how are the parties funded? From state resources. That's the level. That's the type of corruption Awo was involved in. So I agreed with the choice of the coup plotters.
The execution was poor.
Yep.
And it led to a counter-coup.
Yes.
A bloody counter-coup.
Yep.
Agui Ironsi was taken out.
Yep.
Many Igbo officers were taken out in Abeokuta. And the program was launched.
Yeah.
In the north.
Yeah.
And before we knew it,
Yeah.
Achike Udenwa was in the trenches.
Okay. Thank you.
You remember your days in the trenches?
I remember very, very well, as if it were yesterday.
You still have the picture in your mind?
Oh yes.